Get this night off right and turn the bass up, blow my eardrums up, just like a fire truck. Get this night off right and turn the bass up, yeah, I like it loud, I like it loud. Shaking through your legs, the way the sun drops, feel it in your chest, the way your heart stops. Get this night off right and turn the bass up, yeah, I like it loud, I like it loud.
Another week and another extended distance event for our SK Modifieds alongside all the rest of our weekly divisions. It's also the second leg of the Tick Mike Triple Crown for the SK Modifieds. For more on the competitors in that very race, let's head to Kyle.
And Rob, we begin with the driver coming off his best SK Modified finish of the season last week, a top 5 effort, last year's SK Light champion, and Tyler Chapman. And Tyler, first off, how's the adaptation going from the SK Lights to the SKs here? Just a couple races in.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more enjoyable. Well, not more enjoyable, but it's, a new challenge, I'd say. To go out and practice and, almost struggle is a good feeling, I guess. SK Lights were fun, but it's time to move on.
80 laps last week. What were you able to take away without giving all the secrets away from double the distance?
I don't think you want to take secrets from me because we got, I think, 4th. So I think you got to take some secrets from Mike and Christopher. But, we're picking away at it. I think a top 5 finish was definitely a good one for us at this early in the year, and we'll just keep working forward and hopefully get that win eventually.
Talking to some people earlier in the pits today, they say you're one of the guys to watch. You have a lot of speed. You look comfortable. Now let's hear from the driver. How comfortable are you out there? Still early in your SK career.
Yeah, I mean, it's, feels like home. Pretty wicked comfortable. Just a matter of getting the car perfect and be happy, wicked happy, and for us to get that good chance to win that race.
Best of luck here later tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Tyler Chapman coming off a 4th place run, his best here in the SK Modifieds a week ago. You mentioned Mike Christopher a moment ago, and a driver that we should talk to. How about we do just that with Rob?
Kyle, I caught up with last week's winner and the winner of the last 2 Senators Cups, and Mike Christopher Jr. Mike, you made quite the move at the end of last week's race. Tell us how you pulled it off from inside the car.
How did I pull it off? Got to run off of turn 4. Had more momentum and just it opened up. The opportunity to go to the bottom was there, and I took it. And then we went into turn 1, and it gave me just enough room. Got off of turn 2. It was kind of a pedal fest on the backstretch, making sure that 3rd didn't get there either. And off of turn 4, going to the checkered, run them up a little bit, make sure that we win.
Now, everybody kind of looks to you as the guy to beat in these extra distance races. Do you guys, would you say you have a feel for these extra laps, or do the races just kind of fall your way whenever they go past 40?
I don't know. They just kind of go our way, I guess. We're in contention to win races, so that's what you got to do to get in victory lane. So only an extra 10 tonight. Not too much of a change, but we put. It is like 10 extra laps can go many different ways, so it's nothing to like change race cars with and change setup to factor that in, but a lot can happen in 10 laps. So yeah, extra distance, part of that Triple Crown that Tick Mike's putting on, so we're leading points in that as well. So I'm looking for a good heat race, so we have a good plus-minus going into the feature, start top 5, something like that, and be up front the whole race.
Good luck out there, Mikey.
Thank you.
Kyle's caught up with a driver looking to turn his season around in the SK Modifieds.
And Rob able to catch up with the former winner of the Call Before You Dig Senators Cup a couple of years ago in David Arute. A big race here tonight for you guys, 2nd week in a row. How competitive is this division? You're coming off of back-to-back top 10s.
Yeah, I mean, this division is all out right now. You start in the back, it's very difficult to move up front. That's why this plus or minus system in the heat race is so important to gain positions and still getting that top 5 in the heat race. Where last week I lost a spot and didn't get in the top 5, and I ended up starting 18th, I think it was, and I was wheeling that thing last week. I felt like I gave it all out there, and I ended up with a 9th, which is, I'm happy with another top 10. But it's just, we need to get better. We need to be in that top five run.
How special was winning this race 3 years ago?
That was awesome. That was a hot streak there in that year, and hoping we could get back to victory lane tonight in the Call Before You Dig Senators Cup. 50 laps. I like the long distance races. it definitely puts the driver in the seat where you have to take care of your tires, take care of the car, and be there in the end for this race.
Best of luck to you here later tonight.
Thank you.
David Root, winner of this race 3 years ago, looking for his first win of the season here later tonight. Now back to Rob with a driver that's been making some headlines in the SK Lights.
Kyle, I caught up with Dean Lambrose, the rookie, now second in the SK Light points. Dean, there's a lot of eyes on you. How do you work through the pressure week in and week out of this division?
You know, it's just got to remind yourself to go out and have fun, you know, every Friday night. It's majority of the reason that you're here. So, you know, just go out, have a good time with your friends and Joey and my dad, and, you know, having a little family experience is, you know, keeps me pretty calm.
Now, speaking of Joey, walk me through this partnership. How do you get these pieces here to the track, and what's gone into this over the offseason?
We didn't really know. I was kind of expecting just to run the first 5 races with Joey, you know, just to get my feet wet with modifieds. I didn't really think I was going to be doing this well this fast. So I think we're going to try and run the rest of the season. So not much off-season prep, but it's fun learning fast and figuring it out along the way.
Now, Nicholas Hovey leading the points, obviously a lot of speed in that car. What more do you guys need to find on this piece here to catch him and start racking up the wins?
Just got to get through the center, not be loose off, and then I think we've got it. But he's pretty far up, so I got a lot of work to do. You know, just get through the season, make every race. So we got, you know, DJ and Brain got to make that happen, and we're gonna try and pull it off.
Good luck out there, Dean.
Thank you.
Guys, Dean Lambrose, driver of the 67, going out for the 20-lapper here tonight. Kyle's caught up with the driver, trying to make some noise in the point standings in the street stocks.
And Rob, we're with one driver that has been consistently toward the front of the field here for the street stocks in the first couple of events of the 2025 season, Brandon Warren. And Brandon, just outside of the top 5 in points coming into tonight, close to cracking the top 5. Kind of bring us through the first 4 races of your season so far. Happy with the performance of the race car?
The performance of the race car has been good. It usually takes us a couple weeks to get the car going and where we want it. Right now we're just focusing on consistency and trying to do some steady lap times. And the 25 race season is really long, so we're just trying to keep the car in one piece and be there at the end.
Keep the car in one piece, be consistent as far as lap times. What do you need to get to Napa Victory Lane for the first time?
I just need to be more consistent on myself and not overdrive the corners and just try to be smooth and consistent.
How tough is this division? We've talked several times this season about some of the big guns from a year ago in the street stocks, moving up to the limited late models. A lot of drivers like yourself have kind of filled their spots, but how tough is it at the front of the field?
Oh, it's very tough. Everybody's kind of within a tenth or two of each other, so passing is a lot more difficult. But yeah, we got a good piece and hopefully show it off tonight.
Best luck to you here later this evening.
All right, thanks, Kyle.
Talked about some of the drivers here in the street stocks that have moved up to the limited late models. Rob is with one of them.
Kyle, I caught up with Jason Lafayette, driver of the number 55 limited late model. Jason, you've had a few weeks in this new division now. What have you learned? How is it different from street stocks last season?
Honestly, these cars are way easier to drive. Or maybe just this car is that easy. It's just adapted well to it, I guess, and the car's been really good.
Now, you've had amazing runs over the past few weeks. Pretty stout piece. What more do you need to break through to this first victory?
I don't know. The car's been pretty good. I don't think there's anything else I could ask for. Maybe starting up from a little closer. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of. I think we're just gonna have to start where we start all the time if we keep finishing like that.
And this is a division that got a reputation of having a pretty diverse field, a lot of parity here. Who would you say is your biggest competitor thus far this season, in terms of raw speed in the car, at least?
Ooh, raw speed in the car. I don't know. I mean, Gary was pretty quick last week. I mean, I think everybody's pretty quick. You know, I mean, it's just depends on the day and where everything is. You know, I wouldn't. I mean, every week somebody's fast.
Good luck out there, Jason.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
It's time to go racing with all of our weekly divisions in the Senators Cup. Kyle Rickey and Ben Dodge are on the call for it all.
Well, it's a big night of racing here at the half mile. The call before you dig Senators Cup is well underway with practice already into the record books. Qualifying is just around the corner. It's more than just another special night for the SK Modified division. There's extra money on the lines, extra distance. You heard Michael Christopher talk about 10 laps can make or break you. A week ago, we saw how it all came down to the final circuits of competition. Tonight, a new day and a new deal. There are some heavy favorites going in, Kyle, and among those heavy favorites in the SKs tonight, we've touched upon some of those earlier, but let's share them with the fans in attendance tonight.
Yeah, it's a big night here for the SK Modifieds with the Call Before You Dig Senators Cup, round 2 of the Tick Mike Triple Crown. And Mike Christopher Jr. has won this event the last 2 years. He has all the momentum in the world on his side coming off that victory of a week ago in the Casella 80 for the SK Modifieds. That amazing pass on the final turn, or one of the final turns of the final lap, going into turn number 1 on lap number 80. So great move a week ago, and we expect the same type of racing tonight for 50 laps for the SKs.
We certainly do, and all those stories will be put to the test and many more. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to the show. Tonight's race program brought to you in part by the good folks from Napa. Get up and go. Look for the blue and gold at your local Napa Auto Parts stores. And, of course, Monaco Ford with 2 convenient locations to serve you better. Over 100 years in Glastonbury, Connecticut, and a second location in Niantic, Connecticut. They provide the official safety vehicles used here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. If you're just joining us for the first time, we remind you our food concession stands are open. Plenty of great food prepared just the way you like it. The Double Hook Bar, you can look over the racetrack, have an adult beverage, or just get something cold to eat or drink at any of the stands that are located on the Midway. Souvenir stand is behind the small grandstand area next to the Double Hook. Down on what we call the Midway, your favorite food locations. Plenty of great food items available. Delicious sausage sandwiches like you get at your favorite fair or function, along with chicken tenders, hamburgers, hot dogs, prepared just the way you like them. Adult beverages are also available in the Midway. Our restrooms are conveniently located down behind the main grandstand area is one of the main locations. Popcorn and ice cream, top of the Midway across from the Double Hook. Well, that's what's happening around us. But, Kyle, it's almost time to begin this afternoon's event. And you brought up a very important point. Tick Mike, who is a gentleman responsible for the defending track championship car in the SK Modifieds, and he's put together a very unique program with the management here at the Speedway.
Yeah, $20,000 on the line over 3 events. One of those was a week ago, the Casella 80, as we get a look on the big screen. Some behind-the-scenes footage from the pit area as teams prepare. Race number 2, or leg number 2 of the Triple Crown tonight with this Senators Cup event sponsored by Call Before You Dig. And then in a couple of weeks' time, we're back for the Napa SK 5K to determine our Triple Crown champion. All sponsored by Tick Mike here in 2025.
Sure is. Now, speaking of Tick Mike, you see the billboard as the cars come onto the racetrack in the first of our qualifying event. There'll be 2 qualifying rounds. 8 laps is the distance. 7 cars to make the transfer. So, Kyle, let's get right into the starting lineup.
Starting on the pole will be car number 18 from Weathersfield, Connecticut, the Utility Services New England sponsored car. Our pole sitter is Scott Clements.
Harry Spray Foams brings us the Gold Properties car from Canton, Connecticut for Connor Jensick, car number 9.
Car number 11 starts in the 3rd spot from Woodbury, Connecticut, the Haidar construction car for Travis Haidar.
4th starting spot, car number 23, the West Side Oil Machine from Canton, Connecticut, Devin Jensick.
5th starter, car 55 from Summers, Connecticut, the Tri-State Equipment Repair entry for Jason Lafayette.
Here's a guy to keep your eyes on, the Utility Service of New England, former champion from Rocky Hill, Connecticut, car number 59 for Matt Clements.
7th starter back with us here tonight, car 17 from Canton, Connecticut, Funkaway, providing the sponsorship for Ari Jensick.
In the 8th starting position, New England Chipper Repair. AZ Roofing Company brings us car number 82 from Pasco, Rhode Island, the Scott Nordman prepared car for Samantha Dell.
9th starter, car number 44 from Durham, Connecticut, Team's Choice, the entry for Shelby Swan.
And picking up at the rear of the field, the Lloyd's Transmission, number 14 from Agawam, Mass. It is Kevin Cormier. He'll start back in the 10th spot. Story is 10 cars, 8 laps, 7 cars to be among the handicap positions. So it looks like Mike Helberg has moved to the top of the starter stand. Bill Long will be with him on the starter stand tonight. Director of course, competition at Race Control will be, of course, our good buddies there in Race Control Central at this time, and that'll be Chris Gambano, along with Gunny. Our two chief scorers for tonight's presentation are Judy Clooney and Russ Smith. So we're set to do battle. Here they come. Field is told to cross over Kyle. No odds on favorite in this division. And every so often, keep your eyes on that big screen, because we're going to show you some sneak previews of what's going on backstage in preparation for tonight's big event, the CBYD Senators Cup, here from Stafford Speedway. Kyle?
Beautiful night here, the longest day of the year, the first day, well, of summer, kind of. It's just a couple of hours away, and we're glad it's on a Friday, and we're glad the sky is clear and the temperatures are warm as we're set to go here in turn number 3. First qualifying heat race of the night. The limited late models come off of turn number 4 looking for the start. Scott Clement to bring the field down to the line.
Pretty much evenly matched. The green comes out, but it's the outside lane that looks really racy. Travis Hydar, you wouldn't know a year ago, he was in our street stock division. He was a big winner there, and he's looking to carry that over in the limited division. They're closer than most people park. The old saying is, they come off the turn. Who's going to bring them back to the line? Looks like car number 9, and that's Connor Jensick.
Connor Jensick will lead lap number 1. Travis Hydar in second. Clement electing to start this one at the back of the field, and running, has gained a couple of spots in the opening lap, moving around Shelby Swan a half lap ago. He's a straightaway behind the leaders that are in turn number 3. Connor Jensick, Travis Hydar looking to tiptoe away from everybody else.
Well, they continue to run nose to tail off the turn. Now our attention's going to shift a little bit further back in the field, and that is the battle for the 4th and the 5th spot. It is car number 59, Clement, always a strong competitor, being hunted down by a guy who was in our pre-race festivities up on the big board a few minutes ago, Jason Lafayette. Bid for the lead, Travis Hydar sneaks down to the inside, bottom shot move. They are side by side. Off the second turn, Kyle down the back straightaway. They are there again, and Travis Hydar by inches. Will he be able to hold on as they work their magic in turn 4?
It's the divisional rookie of Travis Hydar that goes to the inside of one of our winners from a year ago, and Connor Jensick. A little bit of contact there off of turn number 4. Jensick really crowding Hydar on the inside lane off the corner. This time in turn 2, it's Travis Hydar that inches out front up the backstretch. And as they battle hot and heavy, it's allowed Devin Jensick and Matt Clement to close in 3rd and 4th.
Here they come off turn number 4. We've got 5 cars literally contending for the same airspace. Bottom of turn number 1, Travis Hydar finally has worked his magic, takes over the number 1 spot. Bid is still for second. It's the Jensicks. Connor in the 9, Devin in the 23. Meanwhile, they're side by side, bragging rights at the kitchen table as they come off turn number 4. 2-lap marker, 2 laps to go. Bid is for second, third, 4th, and 5th.
All 3 of the Jensick siblings in this event, with Connor in the 2nd spot, Devin in 3rd. Connor's the youngest over Devin and twin sister Ari, who is now just outside of the top 5, kind of the first car looking at that battle in the 6th position as they come off of turn 4. White flag, 1 lap to go for Travis Hydar. Maybe tonight could be that first feature win here in the limited late models. He's been close.
He is dialed in among the quickest cars on the racetrack, and he's showing that muscle down the back straightaway. He is out in front. The margin is 1.045 over the 2nd place car of Connor Jensick. Here comes the checkers. It is Travis Hydar to take down the win. Connor Jensick to finish in 2nd. Devin Jensick to finish in 3rd. Matt Clement to finish in 4th. And Jason Lafayette to round out the top 5. 2 more positions for the handicap, Kyle.
They were Kevin Cormier in 6th, Ari Jensick in 7th, and outside of the handicap for the feature lineup later tonight, Samantha Dell, Scott Clement, and Shelby Swan.
So there you have it. Round number 1 is now into the record books as history. It's round number 2 for the limited late models, about ready to come rumbling out to the racetrack as this group of cars will exit another group group will come back out. It'll be car number 24 that'll be starting at the front of the field, the WGF building machine. From Three Rivers, Massachusetts, car 24 for Kyle Theriot.
Outside of the front row, three-time champ, but kind of quiet here so far this season. Car number 6 from Windsor Locks, Connecticut, the LNS equipment-sponsored car for Jeremy Lavoie.
Row number 2 to the inside, one of the sharpest and most unique cars in the field, the CSB Communications car. From Plainville, Connecticut, Susan Paradis owns the car. Car number 19, the driver is Adrian Paradis III.
Fourth starter, car number 28 from Tallinn, Connecticut, the Stribel Trucking-sponsored car for former champion Rich Hammond.
Here's a guy that won a week ago, the GP Fence Machine from New Hartford, Connecticut, car number 22. It is Gary Patno.
And the driver that won a couple of weeks ago, car number 83 from Wellington, Connecticut, the Rob Russell chassis entry for RJ Serdell.
Let's take a look at the 7th starting position, car number 42. Daddy O'Honey brings us the 42 from Northford, Connecticut, Dana Ray.
8th starter, car number 5 from Wellington, Connecticut, the Mojo Cafe American Landscaping and Lawn Science car for Daryl Vertifay.
And picking up at the rear of the field in the 9th starting spot, the Saybrook Rentals machine from Old Saybrook, Connecticut. It's Norman Root III, car number 80. That is your starting lineup. Story is the same. Rinse and repeat, 8 laps, 7 cars to make the transition into the handicap. Backstage, next group of cars preparing will be our street stock division with their qualifying events. But right now, all eyes are on turn number 2. They pass beneath the Napa Auto Parts billboard and head down the back straightaway. Lights from Whelen Engineering are dimmed atop the pace car as that will dive to the center of the infield, and Kyle Rickey will bring him to the start for this, the second qualifying event.
Kyle Theriot in the blue and yellow numeral number 24 with the red and yellow numeral number 6 of Jeremy Lavoie to the outside of the front row. Here they come off turn 4. Green flag is up, and it is dead even as they go to turn 1 for the first time. Theriot to the bottom, Lavoie topside, Adrian Paradis, best seat in the house in third. Then last week's winner, Gary Patno in the 22.
We've got 4 cars contending right at the front of the field. Theriot continues to hold the line. Meanwhile, Lavoie, who is one of the all-time greats in this division, he runs high to the outside groove. Paradis dives to the bottom, and Patno showing it is no fluke that car number 22 was in victory lane, because car 22 is coming, moves into third. He's got a powerhouse, Kyle. He is not happy with third. He's already going to try to work over Paradis for position number 2.
Perhaps the happiest we have ever seen, Gary Patno, last Friday night here at the racetrack, taking down the win, running third right now, seeking the second spot from Adrian Paradis. That's allowing the race leader, Kyle Theriot, to pull away at the front by a couple of car lengths in car number 24. Then that bid for second in turn 3 among 3 really good race cars.
Certainly are. Those are the cream of the crop in this division. Meanwhile, Serdell, who won a few weeks ago, he finds himself at the bottom of the top 6. Back up front, leader still pulls away. Kyle Theriot is the star of the show, but second is where the action is. Paradis still setting in second. Patno takes a peek to the inside. Will the door open? Off the turn, we've got 4, making 5 cars contending for second.
Halfway home here in this second limited late model qualifying event. Theriot, the leader, battle for second is best. Adrian Paradis has it. Here comes last week's winner with a run. Gary Patno up the back straightaway to the inside and will take the runner-up spot or attempt to take the runner-up spot. Caution is out.
Caution flag is out, and we are bringing the field to caution. We believe possibly there is perhaps some debris down in turn number 1 that the Monaco Safety Services crew is checking that situation out. Let's go behind the scenes and find out what's happening there.
Well, Kyle and Ben, very quickly, I can confirm that. I'm right down here in turn number 1. It's a muffler and a tailpipe that lies in the corner.
All right, thank you very much. Dave Barabalt covering all the action for us in the pit area during these qualifying heat races. He will be joined by John Gates during the main events here later tonight down on pit road.
Well, there you can see our track crew, the Monaco Ford Safety Services crew, picking up with a shovel that hot piece of material, which is a muffler and an extension on the exhaust on one of the cars, and they'll flick that back behind the wall, go out and get back on the Monaco Ford Safety Service vehicle, and we should be ready to go. 4 of the 8 laps are now into the record book. Big night here at the Speedway. If you're not here with us, there is still plenty of time to join us for a great evening of auto racing. Picture perfect weather. This by far is one of the nicest nights that we've had this season, and believe you me, Mother Nature has not been kind to anyone in the racing business at the start of 2025. But today, new day, new deal, and as Kyle pointed out, this is a long day, but in addition to that, summer is finally here, and the heat will be on, not just on the racetrack, but in the temperature itself.
It is. It's going to be, it's going to get warm here during the weekend. We kind of got lucky with very limited humidity here today. That kind of cracked overnight as it was a humid one here yesterday afternoon. But a perfect evening to welcome in summer here in just a couple of hours from now. They call it the longest day of the year. I guess it's the most daylight of the year.
I think that's it.
Still 24 hours.
It sure is.
As the field gets the one to go.
And, of course, the lights are out on the safety vehicle. They head down the back straightaway beneath the Gazella billboard at the top coming off turn number 2. Down underneath the Manafort and the Tick Mike billboard. We've been talking about that. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, to close out this one. Halfway down, halfway to go. It is Paradis to the outside of Terrio. They work their magic off the turn. Textbook start. It looks like Paradis has got a nice run, Kyle, in the upper lane.
Adrian Paradise in the outside lane. Kyle Terrio to the inside. A lot of blue right now at the front of the field with some red and white there just behind them in last week's winner, Gary Patno, Jeremy Lavoie, Rich Hammond, all bunched up from second on back as they come off of turn 4.
It appears that all of a sudden Patno with a 22 tries to make the bottom shot work. Remember, these are momentum race cars. In order to make that work, you have got to go into the turn as hard as you can on the bottom and come out strong, and that's exactly what he just did. That puts Lavoie in the spot of opportunity, which is the same type of a move. All of a sudden, Lavoie moves in, takes over the 3rd spot. Paradis is there, and Rich Hammond. We haven't even talked about car number 28. It's moving to the front of the class. The cream is rising, and the old veteran, car number 28, Hammond, another former champion, is up to 4th.
Trying to get toward the front of the field, has stalled out in the 4th spot, just in front of the battle for 5th. RJ Serdell going to the inside to take that spot away from Adrian Paradise, who has really backslid since the restart. May fall outside of the top 5 here in car number 19 as the rest of the leaders singled out up the back straightaway, chasing Kyle Terrio. Looking for a good run here tonight. Car number 24, he is off to a good start coming to the checkered flag in this qualifying heat race.
Well, there's no question about it. Kyle Terrio will take down the win. Great run, showing some muscle, is Gary Patno with car 22 to finish in 2nd. Jeremy Lavoie, the all-time big winner in this class, will finish in 3rd. Rich Hammond up to 4th. RJ Serdell in the comfort zone in position number 5.
Then it was Adrian Paradise in the 6th spot, Daryl Vertefe in 7th, and Dana Ray rounding out the 8 cars that took the green flag in heat race number 2.
Well, coming up next is our street stock division. The distance in these qualifying events are 5 laps, with 7 to be among the handicap or preferred starting spot. Now, if you're wondering when we say handicap what that means, it simply means this. You need to be in those positions based on your handicap to start in a preferred starting spot in the main event. That doesn't mean you're going to start on the pole or anything like that, but it does mean you'll start further forward. Speaking of starting further forward, let's take a look at row number 1.
Car number 37 will bring the field to the green flag here in just a couple laps from now as they roll out onto the racetrack from Columbia, Connecticut. Truck Country, the sponsor for David Macias Sr.
The Tea Kettle Restaurant of Old Saybrook brings us car number 58 out of Madison, Connecticut. It is David Ciasco.
3rd starter, car number 15 from Ware, Massachusetts, the Dustbusters duct cleaning entry for Sean Petlock.
Here's a kid that's looking very racy in his first full year here. The Connecticut Axle and Spindle Services car from Ellington, Connecticut. Car number 32, Colton Gambacorta.
Fifth starter, car number 49 from Somers, Connecticut, the Barn Package Store entry for Jason Raymond.
Here's one of the front runners to keep your eyes on, the Roy's Auto Service, number 69. Belchertown is his hometown. In Massachusetts, it is Bill Cody.
Our seventh starter picked up his very first feature win here last Friday night. Car number 81 from Griswold, Connecticut, the Northeast Truck-In Off-Road entry for Brent Gleason.
Outside of that fourth row, starting position number 8, the defending champion, the P.J. Ladola and Sons Electrical Contractors car. From Barkhampstead, Connecticut, car 42, Travis Downey.
Ninth starter, car number 23 from Wallingford, Connecticut, the CKG Welding and Fab entry for Alex Spinato.
One of the most colorful characters here in this division is the American signed JJ Trucking Company car number 84 from Ellington, Connecticut, Bert Oulet.
Car number 27 is next from Pennsylvania, the TIPR Warehousing entry for Andreas Bogey.
And then we go to car number 22 from West Haven, Connecticut, a rent-a-race car machine. The driver is Billard Lober.
And rounding out the field in the number 66 from Goshen, Connecticut, it's Rover Mayhew in another one of the rent-a-race cars as the field comes off of turn 4. Green flag is up and street stock qualifying race number 1 is underway.
No question about it. David Masha has been very good the last couple of outings in this division. He moves quickly to the front of the class and starts to pull away. Already there is a battle going on for that second spot, and the color green, like money, seems to be where it's at. Challenging to the inside, working his way to the bottom of the racetrack. They come together and touch just a bit, but it is car 49, Jason Raymond, wasting no time at all to move to the front of this field.
He is racing for the second spot with Petlock and Gambacorta behind David Masha Sr., who leads into turn number 3. Race from second on back really closing in on him, including last week's winner, Brent Gleason, running in the 5th spot, and he is trying to bring Travis Downey with him toward the front of the field.
There's no question about it. Travis Downey is driving very smart and very cautious. He runs in single file formation, top 6 cars, nose to tail, up front. We've got a bid for the lead. Going, gone. It is Jason Raymond. Clicked off the quickest lap of the race. Now some muscle and 3 wide. They come off the turn. Gambacorta showing that he is he is just a chip off the old block. He moves in. It is Colton Gambacorta still digging in hard. Travis Downey is right there, trying to give him a power assist as they work their magic in turn 4.
There they come off of turn number 4. They are really jammed up from second on back behind the race leader, Jason Raymond. Colton Gambacorta looking to take the second spot. He does and will clear Downey as they go to turn number 2. Downey in 3rd, Petlock backsliding just a bit in car 15.
Here comes Gleason. Gleason now moves in, tries to take over the 4th spot, but off the turn, the checkered flag is out, and Jason Raymond dominates this qualifying round. What a great run for Colton Gambacorta to finish in 2nd. Travis Downey showing championship style in 3rd. Bertolette came from the back to be in the 4th position. Brett Gleason, last week's winner, to round out the top 5. 6th position, the 69 of Bill Cody.
Then it was Sean Petlock in 7th, David Masha in 8th, David Chasko in 9th, and Alex Spinato in 10th. Andreas Bogey in 11th, Roger Mayhew 12th, and Billard Lauber in 13th.
Well, coming up next is our second and final qualifying round. Again, the story is 5 laps, 7 cars to transfer. Car number 5 will be starting at the point. That's the Trash Mob Garage car from Bristol, Connecticut. Car 5 for Pete Kayer.
Outside of the front row, car number 99 from Somers, Connecticut, the Minchella Motorsports entry for Isabella Minchella.
Here's one of the nice guys from out of the paddock area in this division, the Rico's Pizza car from Stamford, Connecticut. Car number 71, Marvin Minkler.
4th starter, car number 7 from Granby, Massachusetts, the Safeco Foam TMS dryer vent cleaning entry for Jeff Aslin.
Let's take a look at position number 5. This gentleman gave us a sneak peek in the preview earlier tonight. The SK Property Maintenance IMC manufacturing car from Southampton, Massachusetts. Car 55, Brandon Warren.
6th starter, outside of row 3, car number 80 from East Hartford, Connecticut, the Jet Motorsports car for Tyler Trott.
Car number 67 Evans starts 7th of the grid. That's the AJ's Cafe Twisted Tea Uncle Michael's car. From Uncasville, Connecticut, Aaron Plemons.
To his outside, car number 13 from right here in Stafford Springs, the Charlie's Towing TTM Technologies car for Matt Martell.
In the 9th starting position, car number 12. Evans Carpentry Services is the car from Uncasville, Connecticut. Car number 12 for PJ Evans.
10th starter, car number 88 from Manchester, Connecticut, the Ricky Breen painting entry for Kyle Johnson.
And making up the final row, car number 95, the Jet Motorsports machine from North Providence, Rhode Island. It is the 95 of Jeff Van Pelt.
And rounding out the field, car 26 from Oakdale, Connecticut, the Rent a Race car entry for Deb Perazerkowski. As the field is lined up, ready to go, we'll get the one to go signal and go under the green flag. Next time by.
For those of you watching, we remind you that we'll be coming up on Flo very shortly after our qualifying is pretty much completed. Make sure you tell a friend. It's not too late. Seats are still available. Come out and join us. You'll see a full evening of some of the best entertainment around and, of course, an atmosphere that just can't be beat. We call ourselves Team Stafford, and that is exactly what we are, a family of people that have the desire and love to entertain you each and every Friday night. Here's Kyle Rickey as we go to green.
Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag is up in the 5 of Pete Kayer gets a jump on Marvin Minkler in the second spot. Isabella Mincello will backslide a bit into position number 3 and come under fire from the 55, Brandon Warren, to her inside as they race for the 3rd spot. And one car showing some smoke going into turn number 1 seems to have dissipated and will stay under the green flag. The complete lap 1 this time.
The story is going to be position number 4, and all of a sudden moving quickly in to make his presence known in a good battle there. It is a battle with Plemons working his magic. Top 4 cars start to string it out just a bit. They come off turn number 4. Pete Kayer has done a masterful job so far, but Marvin Minkler is the fastest guy in this qualifier.
Spinner over in turn number 4. Isabella Minchella goes around and I think clipped the 13 car just ever so slightly for Matt Martell. Minimal, if any, damage, but the caution will come out to get those cars, tried to get them fired back up.
And of course, Isabella Minchella does get it fired back up, and it appears, it looks like car number 13, Matt Martell, is not going to be as fortunate because that car is quickly heading center stage down on pit road. So that's going to tighten up the field in this one as Pete Kayer has done a masterful job so far. Marvin Minkler sitting in the catbird seat. Brandon Warren in the 3rd position. And then, of course, it is Aaron Plemons. And on the last circuit by, PJ Evans moved quickly to the top of the charts as being a quick guy, back in the 5th spot. Tyler Trott is 6th. Jeff Aslan is 7th. 7 is the most important number in this qualifying round because those top 7 will be in one of those preferred handicap spots.
Getting a look at Matt Martell on the pit lane, car number 13 after just a lap here for Matt from right here in Stafford Springs, Connecticut. Been a tough season for a driver that's had a couple of top 10 efforts a year ago, still feeling out this street stock division. And hopefully they can get that car ready to go for the main event here later tonight. As the field is in turn 3, doubling up. We have an iPhone that has been found in the women's bathroom and can be claimed at the ticket booth. So if you're missing your iPhone, you can claim it at the ticket booth. Found just a couple of moments ago in the women's bathroom.
Okay, it looks like the lights are off from Wheeland Engineering. First name in light, sirens, and safety services used throughout the world. Wheeland Engineering, American made and proud of it. Here they come. Mike Helberg staring them down again as they come off turn number 4. There's the green, picture-perfect start. This time, Pete Kayer trying to do his best of holding on in that inside lane. Kayer has it by half a car, trying to string it out just a bit. Here comes Marvin Minkler to the outside. And all of a sudden, look at Plemons. Plemons moves to the inside, takes over second. They come off the turn, still side by side for third.
Good momentum for Plemons after Kayer didn't have the best of momentum up the back straightaway. That 5 car really lost some ground and continues to lose spots over in turn 2 as Jeff Aslan goes to his inside. Front 5 all nose to tail. Marvin Minkler showing the way in car number 71. Plemons in second, Trott in third. In fact, Trott closing in on Plemons for that runner-up spot, coming to the white flag.
Well, the white flag is out. Now all of a sudden it appears that Tyler Trott would like to still get the second position away from Plemons. Easier said than done. Meanwhile, behind them, Brandon Warren and P.J. Evans are also in hot pursuit. Off the turn, Marvin Minkler continues to set the pace. Checkered flag is out. Minkler gets way wide, holds on and takes down the win. Aaron Plemons picks up second. Tyler Trott in for third. Brandon Warren to finish in the 5th spot, and P.J. Evans for position number 5.
Then it's Jeff Aslan in 6th, Kyle Johnson in 7th, Isabella Minchella in 8th, Pete Kayer 9th, Jeff Van Pelt, that is, to round out the top 10. Matt Martell had mechanical issues to finish in the 11th spot, and Deb Perizakowski rounding out the 12-car field.
So there you have it. Our street stocks are all complete and qualified. Coming up next is the division that has a lot of people excited over. It is the SK Light Modified division. A lot of graduates from the Monday Night Kart program have come out in full force to be a part of this division, and 30 cars have been assembled in our paddock area. 3 qualifying heats, and they will look like this. Here's Kyle Rickey with the starting lineup.
Starting on the pole, car number 1 from right here in Stafford Springs, the Wicked Power Sports sponsored car for Bob Charland.
Outside row number 1, the Willington Pizza car. Keep Digging Motorsports from Ashford, Connecticut. Car number 25, Ben Morrison.
Third starter, car number 21 from Wolcott, Connecticut, the Sammy Anderson Racing sponsored car for Sammy Anderson.
In the 4th starting spot, it is the SAB Tree Experts machine from Norwich, Connecticut. Car number 51, Matt Brewer.
5th starter, car number 87 from East Hartford, Connecticut. Wicked Power Sports also providing the sponsorship for Joey Farino.
Car number 34 is up next from Oxford, Mass. Driving the Stu McCarthy prepared car, it is Dalton McCarthy.
Car number 67 goes next in line, currently second in the championship standings, has finished in the top 10 each and every week for Dean Lambros.
Last week had a good podium run, the Constantine Paving and Sealing car. From Ellington, Connecticut, car number 76, Ron Mitford Jr.
And a driver that picked up the race win, car number 16 a week ago from Chaplin, Connecticut, the Busy Bees Learning Center sponsored car for Nicholas Hovey.
In the 10th starting spot, making up the final position, the JRP Customs machine. PBK Paintworks car from Enfield, Connecticut, it is Kyle Pinkham. That is your starting lineup, first of 3 qualifying heats. These are the SK Light division. Earlier today, when we took a look at some of the competitors have been doing really well. Among those competitors, Kyle Rickey had the opportunity to talk with Dean Lambros. And this guy's really got a positive attitude. Came here just to run 3 races or so. Yep. Now he finds himself doing better and better and right in the thick of things. Him and his dad, very proud of family operation, thanks to Joey Farino.
Potentially running the full season. We'll see as the summer months roll on. Green flag is out. Outside lane gets the jump. Ben Morrison will bring the field into turn number 1. Ben coming off a good run a week ago in his first full season. Maybe too big of a jump there as the caution comes out and he'll whoa him up on the backstretch.
Well, it certainly does. All of a sudden, we've got to re-rack the field. And car number 1, that of course is Bob Charland. Local business person here in Stafford Springs, Connecticut. He's been a part of the racing program here in the SK Lights for many a season in the Wicked Power Sports car. He'll move to the inside. Jimmy Fuller, part of the Fuller Racing family, helps prepare that car. It's a Keith Rocco rental car. Little history and background on that machine. So keep your eyes on him on the inside of the front row. He's been out of the handicap earlier. He was not able to start the season out by being here on Sizzler weekend. Looking to move into that handicap. He's going to be up on the wheel this time. He won't be sleeping this time, Kyle. Let's see what he can do.
We'll try it again, take two here on this SK Light modified qualifying event. In turn number 3, Charland to the inside, Morrison to the outside, Anderson to the inside of that second row, car 21. And the green is up. This time the inside lane gets the jump. Anderson, a big push to Bob Charland. It'll propel that one car to the front of the field.
Well, Bob Charland is out in front. Once he gets there, he pulls away by 2 car lengths. Sammy Anderson, last week she had no luck at all. Oh, trouble now. Joey Farino goes into a drift right in the mid-pack or the front pack of cars. He gets it fired back up. Did not appear to make heavy contact. These are safer barriers around the speedway. They actually give a bit by their design. So when you see a car make a little contact, as long as it's a little, it can work to the advantage, and the competitor can keep running and rejoin and pick things up at the rear of the field. You know, there's no question about it. Nicholas Hovey in that pink number 16, another Keith Rocco rental machine. That car has to be, Kyle, wherever it goes, the hottest SK Light there is in the country. There's no question about that.
Including right here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. But you're right, no matter where that car races, and it has been up and down the East Coast already here this season, it has won and done well, and he is the current championship leader here at the Speedway. I know it's still early in the year, but we start to look at points right about now. He picked up his 8th SK Light win last Friday night here at the Speedway, and been tough to beat. Nicholas here so far in 2025. He has 3 checkered flag to his credits already, or credit to already, and we'll see if he can get a heat race win here coming up as the field is in turn number 4. We'll try it again as they come off of the corner with Charland and Anderson now to his right elbow.
Here they come, evenly matched. Sammy Anderson in the outside lane, Bob Charland to the bottom. They are still side by side. Charland gets on the gas quick. Sammy just as impressive deep into turn number 3. It is Charland digging hard on the bottom. Red car versus black as they come off the turn. Charland by inches, but Sammy Anderson takes over the lead, short-lived for a while. What's going to happen? While that's been happening, look at the battle for 3rd and 4th. It's just as impressive, Kyle.
Matt Brewer coming to life in car number 51, gets a good run to the inside, trying to take that spot away, and he does on Ben Morrison. A couple of very recent Monday night Carters here at the Speedway have grown from the mini mile here in the infield to the half mile on Friday nights, and currently running 3rd and 4th on the Speedway as they come back off of turn number 4 with Charland out front halfway home.
Well, Bob Charland looks like days of old. It looks like he's been, well, he's there at the front of the field, and he is not slowing up. Last time by, he was 3/10 quicker than Sammy Anderson. Bob Charland has a red rocket tonight. He'll lead him off turn number 4, back to the stripe. Meanwhile, Matt Brewer is all over Sammy Anderson's back bumper. Brewer has been consistent and strong. He is right there in that 3rd position. Down the back straightaway, guess who's coming? Hot pink and racy. It is Nicholas Hovey. The Casella waste machine wastes no time at all.
With 2 laps to go this time by for Hovey, trying to gain another spot or 2 before this one is all said and done. Working over the back bumper of Ben Morrison right now. For 4th is Hovey. Brewer, same distance to Sammy Anderson. Anderson in 2nd, Brewer in 3rd, and they are well behind the race leader Bob Charland, who comes off of turn number 4. White flag, 1 lap to go for Bob.
Bob Charland, final circuit in the competition. He did not back up a bit. He is just as strong as ever. Count him back now. Remember, 5 is the number. Who is in 5th? Fifth. Hovey is. Hovey moves to the inside, tries to pick up, be in the comfort zone. Checkered flag is out. Bob Charland, great job for him. Sammy Anderson to finish in 2nd. Matt Brewer to finish in 3rd. Then it's Ben Morrison to finish in the 4th spot, and 5th, a key position in all of this, Nicholas Hovey with car number 16. Kyle, who didn't make it for 6 through 10?
Ron Midford in the 6th spot, then Dalton McCarthy in 7th, Dean Lambrose in 8th, Joey Farino in 9th. So the teammates there having their fair share of issues in that heat race. Kyle Pinkham rounding out the 10 cars.
So there you have it as they exit. Bob Charland looking very racy tonight. He's got a special guest as part of his team here this evening. Turning it on for him. Congratulations there. Now the second qualifying event, car number 64, will be starting right up front in the competition. And that, of course, is the 64 of Jason Finkbein of Manchester, Connecticut, the Finkbein racing car.
Outside of the front row, car number 35 from Ashford, Connecticut, the Tolland County Foundation replacement entry for Josh Morrison.
Here at Stafford, we have some outstanding female drivers, and this is one. Driving the North Latches machine, the Ken Berry prepared car from Westbrook, Connecticut, car number 09, Cassandra Cole.
And right alongside is her brother, car number 31 from Westbrook, Connecticut, Wheelan Engineering sponsoring Karsten Cole.
One of the all-time veterans here at Stafford will start 5th, car number 98. That, of course, the Sears & Sons landscaping car from Coventry, Connecticut, Norm Sears.
Currently 3rd in the championship standings, the driver of car number 15, who will start 6th from Colchester, Connecticut, McKinney Construction, the entry for Amanda West.
In the 7th starting spot, this guy's been very strong. The Dell's Vinyl Siding Machine from Milford, Connecticut, car number 32, Robert Bloxham III.
8th starter, car number 2 from Auburn, Massachusetts, the Propane Plus PT Watts AZ Roofing entry for Megan Fuller.
And this driver was testing all afternoon, feeling comfortable and strong. The Shikoski racing car from New Hartford, Connecticut, car number 45, and that, of course, is Ed Shikoski.
And rounding out the field, a divisional rookie here on Friday nights, car number 99 from Springfield, Massachusetts, the Body Works Unlimited car for Dylan Houghton.
Now, the Jason Finkbein group told me earlier that as of about noontime today, they didn't even think they'd be able to have this car back. It was stripped right down, and they had to have the chassis checked. They put it all back together. They arrived a little bit late, but hopefully the independent team will be able to run up front. Josh Morrison, the Morrison brothers have been very, very impressive, and here they come. There's the snap of the wrist. The green is out, and Finkbein tries to hold off the opposition of Josh Morrison. Morrison goes to the outside, down the back straightaway, pulls away. Finkbein's car backs up just a bit, and already Karsten Cole has moved into 2nd. But right behind is a car that bears watching. 2 of the strongest girl drivers in this field, Megan Fuller and Amanda West. Amanda West in the 15 car, and the 2, part of that legendary Fuller family. Amanda West has been very quick lately, Kyle. All over the back bumper of Karsten Cole, looks to the outside, peeks to the inside.
Karsten Cole in 2nd, Amanda West in 3rd, Meg Fuller in 4th, and another one of the ladies off a top 10 finish a week ago, her first of the season, Cassandra Cole, right now in the 5th spot in the green and white 09. As Amanda West getting the itch to make a pass in turn number 3, pulls up alongside Karsten Cole and will get it done by the time they get back to the start-finish line, so move Amanda West up to the 2nd spot.
Well, all that has been happening. Look just a little bit further back, because all of a sudden here comes Megan Fuller. Fuller goes to the inside of Karsten Cole. Inside lane works for the girls. You just saw Amanda West do it. Now it appears that Megan Fuller makes the same move. Robert Bloxham moves up, will take over the 4th position. Leader is gone in a zone of his own. Back in the 5th position, it is Karsten Cole. Will Karsten Cole be able to hold off his sister? Time will tell. Sears is there. Back to the stripe they come.
Norm Sears peeking to the inside of Cassandra Cole, who is trying to reel in her brother Karsten for 5th. Battle for 2nd is best. Megan Fuller all over the back bumper of Amanda West, and they both have company in the form of Robert Bloxham, running in the 4th spot after some tough luck in the feature event a week ago. Bloxham up to speed and running well right now with 2 to run.
There's no question about it. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Those cars are running nose to tail. Kind of a bump and run situation. Megan taps on the back bumper of Amanda. Amanda doesn't rattle. Megan is back in the line. Bloxham is there. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Here comes Robert Bloxham III. Can't do it, pulls it back in the line, trying to keep those RPMs up. Megan Fuller wants 2nd. Down the back straightaway, 3 cars contending for that number 2 position.
Amanda West in that runner-up spot right now, holding off Megan Fuller, who will have 1 final shot off of turn 4 as Josh Morrison picks up the win Josh, the race leader, as we have a spinner off of turn 4 in the final lap. That's Norm Sears. Will finish at the tail end of the field. Amanda West will finish in second behind Josh Morrison and just in front of Megan Fuller in third, Robert Bloxham in fourth, and Karsten Cole fifth.
Well, just out of the top 5, Cassandra Cole will finish in 6th. Dylan Houghton, good run for 7th. Ed Schikoski for 8th. Norm Sears and, of course, Jason Finkbein will round out the top 10. 2 of the 3 are now into the record books. Car number 08 will be starting at the front of the field. This young lady, even though she's new, a graduate of Monday Night Cards, she was atop the chart in practice today. The AZ Roofing Company machine from Goshen, Connecticut, car number 08, Sophia Papp.
And her outside, car number 57 from right here in Stafford Springs, the A+ fire protection car for Aaron Goff.
Calajanis Racing brings us car number 42 inside of the second row from New Hartford, Connecticut, Stephen Calajanis.
Ford starter car number 55 from Summers, Connecticut, the Arcari Motor Sales sponsored car for Paula Carey.
Here's a gentleman that's been consistent in the Supreme Industries car. That, of course, is a car prepared by his buddy Steve, the DP Motorsports machine, prepared by Steve Johnson from Tolland, Connecticut, car 82, Paula Roots.
6 starter car number 10 from Seymour, Connecticut, Yukon, providing the entry for Nick Anglace.
Here's another strong competitor starting 7th, car number 50, the GRE 6 machine from Windsor, Connecticut, car 50 for Peter Bennett.
The all-time win leader in this division will start from the 8th position, picked up his latest win just a few weeks ago. Car number 29 from right here in Stafford Springs, Vernon Chevrolet, the sponsor for Chris Matthews.
Keep your eyes on this guy. Car number 75, the Jim Schipponi family racing car from Windsor Locks, Connecticut. Car 75, Casey Vogue.
And rounding out the field, car number 79, back with us for a second time this season from Thomaston, Connecticut, Dell's Vinyl Siding. The entry for Adriana Kimmer, starting in the 10th spot.
Well, you know, Kyle, it's that time. And you know what time it is?
What time?
Things are starting to transition and change over to Flow.
This will be our final event on Facebook Live. For those that are watching our Facebook Live feed, thanks for tuning us in. Wish you were here, but if you can't be here, you can tune in the rest of the program exclusively on FloRacing, coming up in just 8 laps from now, once this final SK Light qualifying event has been completed.
Sure has, and of course, yellow flag still being displayed. The Monaco Safety Services crew checking out the racing surface to make sure everything is okay.
Getting a quick word, Austin Goff is in the 57 here tonight, so it is Austin behind the wheel of car number 57 for tonight's race program.
So, you know, there's still a lot going on. Next week, of course, is the running of course, another holiday special. Fireworks in the air and fireworks on the racetrack. It is the SK Modified 40, along with the late models, the SK Lights, and the limited late models and the street stocks with extra distance on the line.
Mid-state site development,
Yes,
Firecracker 30 next week. The street stocks take to the spotlight next Friday night.
So here we go. Lights are off, as we said, as the pace car pulls away. Third and final qualifying run. And again, they head down towards turn number 3. Picture perfect evening for auto racing with a little bit of a breeze in the air, low humidity, the longest day of the year when it comes to daylight. But let me tell you, if you're not here, it's not too late. You can join us. If not, tune in on Flow. Here we go.
Sophia Papp brings the field to turn number 1. Austin Goff in the outside lane as they go to turn 2. And no battle, or the battle up front, still side by side. No one is able to break out. One car out of shape further back. It's Arcari, the 55, hangs on to it just in front of Nick Anglace. As Sophia Papp goes to the point in turn number 4, she will lead lap 1.
It's hard to believe that that youngster was running the mini mile previously, because she has adjusted well. Sophia Papp to the front of the field and starting to pull away, showing it was no fluke. Who's the fastest car on the racetrack? Car number 82, the Steve Johnson prepared car for Paul Arup. The Supreme Industries machine looking supreme up to the 3rd spot, and right there with him is Peter Bennett, orange number 50 car. Down the back straightaway, challenges for the lead. Calajanis moves underneath. Sophia Papp there side by side, Kyle, and here comes Paul LaRue.
Sophia Papp hanging right with him in the outside lane, has to dip in the line in second. Paul LaRue will fill the lane on the bottom and take second away from Sophia, who rides topside in that 08. Former race leader and recent quarter midget driver, moving up into the SK Light Modifieds recently and making her second start here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. Tucks in the line just in front of Peter Bennett.
Sure does. Paul LaRue is up to the second spot now. Bennett tries everything with that orange car to move in to take over the position. LaRue shakes off the challenger in Sophia Papp for second. LaRue's now trying to close up the gap. Stephen Calagianis kicked off the quickest lap 1 lap ago. He is out in front and starting to pull away. Let's look a little further back in this one. Casey Vogue is up to the 5th spot. Why is that important? That puts him up front in a preferred starting spot. He now moves in, sets his sight on Bennett. Leader still remains Calagianis in front, car 42.
Nick Anglace on the pit lane. Car 10 has come to a stop and is out of this one just shy of halfway, or just past the halfway mark as the leaders exit turn number 2. Calagianis at the point. Paul LaRue slowly but surely reeling him in. Sophia Papp drives in hard into turn number 3, hangs on to that 3rd spot. White flag, 1 lap to go for Stephen Calagianis, who brings the field to turn 2 for the final time.
Stephen sets a blistering pace, still out in front, but Paul LaRue is in striking distance. Problem is, the clock is about to run out. There's no overtime in this one. Black and whites await the leader off turn number 4. Stephen Calagianis will take down the win. Paul LaRue will finish in second. Sophia Papp will finish in third. Peter Bennett to finish in fourth. And Casey Vogue to round out the top 5.
Austin Goff, Chris Matthews, Paul Arcari, Adriana Kimmer, and Nick Anglace complete the 10 cars in the final heat race for the SK Light Modifieds. Again, for those that have been watching us on our live YouTube and Facebook streams, thanks for tuning us in, but the rest of the race program here tonight will be seen exclusively on FloRacing.
You know, traditionally here at Stafford, we are always proud of the fact that we run each and every Friday night. But guess what? We've got a special coming up. That special is taking place on July